Michigan Theater to me is just an anchor for arts and culture in downtown Jackson. I think it's difficult to overstate the importance that arts plays in any community, and especially in a community like Jackson. And I think that a thriving, vibrant art scene makes for a thriving, vibrant community. I think the Michigan Theater can really play a role in getting people into downtown, getting people excited about going downtown, and really help with the further revitalization of what's happening with downtown Jackson and Jackson County and Jackson in general.
I think it's important to Jackson. I mean, I'm kind of a history buff anyway, but it's just a really unique building for Jackson. I mean, it was actually not that unique at the time around the country. They were just building those like crazy because there wasn't TV. There was prohibition, there wasn't really anything else to do but go to the movies. And so these movies, the theaters got bigger and crazier and more ornate, and Jackson got one of them.
I think the Michigan Theater could best be described as a place that serves many different types of people and many different events. So we offer a wide array of event types, including movies, live shows, free things on many, many weekends of the year, to the tune of almost 300 events per year average. So there's always something to do. You can see a national act here, or you can come here for a local musicians jam day, or a singer-songwriter, which is totally free. So for someone to come down here and see something that's beautiful and yet has the enough tech to meet the modern needs of a national act, I think it's a great place. I know it is.
If you can't look back and see where you've come from, it's really hard to chart the course of where you're going. So a community that not only values art, but also values its history, I think there's really no limit to what a community like that can do. So by valuing our history, valuing what the theater meant to Jackson in the past, and also helping to turn it into what it could be for the future, I think that's incredibly important, and I think it can really play a role in helping to make people understand what a great place Jackson is to live, that it's not just someplace between Detroit and Chicago, that it's not just a town where a prison happens to be located, that there is so much vibrancy, there's so much energy, there's so much good that's happening here. And I think that using the theater as an anchor for what's happening downtown is just it's just a no-brainer, and it will really make a difference, I think, for our community and for how people see us.
So when they built these movie palaces, they didn't have TV, they couldn't really go to bars because there was prohibition. So these theaters kept getting bigger and fancier and more exotic. So just the everyday people could, for pennies, basically go into this faraway place and just have the theater itself was as much of a show as what was on the screen or on the stage.
It has been a family-oriented theater forever, since day one. Family and adults too. Young kids can come here. I know that my wife is from Jackson and she saw Disney films here as a kid for a quarter. And so it's been around so long, and it's been a stable part of Jackson. It's almost mythic now because it still looks great. Yes, we have some things to repair, but it still looks wonderful. The people are still coming in. We still offer a wide variety of entertainment at a low, reasonable family price.
We live in an age where you don't have to leave your house, right? You can watch any movie that's ever been made. You can watch any TV show that's ever been made. You can get any kind of food you want just delivered to you with the push of a button. But I think at the end of our lives, when we look back, it's the experiences that we remember. You don't remember the stuff that you bought. You don't remember necessarily what you ate, but you remember the experience of eating it with somebody. You remember the experience of going to see something with somebody and the people that you're with. And I think those relationships that are deepened by having those experiences with somebody are the things that are really important. And I think having a place like the theater that's an anchor for community, for families, for people to get together. It's hard to overstate how valuable that is, not only at a community level, but also at a family level and at an individual level too.
We're poised right now to really undergo a new thing, a new change moving forward, bust out of COVID with some big announcements coming and some big things coming. So we're excited about it. We want to make sure that we have everything in order before we make a formal announcement of any kind, but we're looking forward to really making the theater, bringing it right back to April 29th, 1930 status with the modern amenities of a great sound system.